Wait, how did I die? What killed me?
Oh my god!
No way! No! Oh my gosh!
Triple G, he's the name on the scene. Loaded with the sauce, living the dream. Let's get right action, he's the real deal. Streaming live now, making you feel. Triple G, he's the one we've seen. Loaded with the sauce, bringing all the energy. Living, streaming, and now you can't deny. Triple G, watch him rise and fly. From dusk till dawn, he's on the grind. Every single stream, blowing energy. Living, streaming, and now you can't deny. Triple G, watch him rise and fly. So tune in now, don't miss a beat. Triple G's the legend, can't be beat. Streaming live, making history. Triple G, the one and only, that's the key.
How you doing, everybody? Hopefully you guys enjoyed that intro there. We're definitely excited. We've got a lot of news, we've got a lot of breakdown, and a lot of things coming at you guys. So without further ado, we need to start off with the fact that Warzone has come. Warzone is here. It has arrived. We are in the BO6 Warzone phase, and it is season 1. A little bit of news. We've got 1 week until multiplayer ranked comes out. And I believe we are waiting until season 2 until we get Warzone ranked. We have a little bit of confusion as to what's going on with the guns, but as far as I understand, they're not keeping the same information from Black Ops 6 for the metas in Warzone. Right, so you definitely want to see how your guns feel in Warzone versus how they feel in multiplayer, because there's going to be a bit of a difference there. Right? That wasn't something people were expecting, but it's also not something that we're worried about. The prestige system has hit, and it looks like when you reset your prestige, you will also reset everything inside of your guns, menus, all of that stuff. Your guns keep the same levels, however, you have to recreate your classes. You have to go through that entire process. So definitely be prepared for that as you go into prestiging. You won't have to worry about that if you hit master prestige sooner and faster. So, better get there sooner than later, right? We've definitely got, I've played a few rounds of the Warzone myself. I love it. It's incredible. The feel, the movement, it doesn't bring what they did in the last year, which is Warzone feels the same as MW3. Warzone feels completely different and separate than multiplayer this year. That's great. That's fantastic. It's what we wanted, basically, for them to have their own identities. Everything works amazing in there. The Omni movement, everything we've been given in Black Ops 6. This is definitely the year for a great Warzone. I haven't heard very much disappointment from anybody about the map. Area 99, it's been a fantastic, great map. I loved it, enjoyed it. They did fix a few things right off the bat. So in this new Warzone, they definitely fixed a few of the issues that we were having with the parachutes. They're a little more fluid. They're not as fluid as they were, but you don't sit there and hang time for 2 seconds while somebody beams you when you pull your chute open. I don't know about the shoot time after you land from a parachute, but it good news so far. I haven't run into any issues with crashes or issues. Haven't heard any widespread issues over crashes. So we've got a lot of good news there. I hope you guys are all prepared for next week. Definitely be ready to download that update next week. And if you haven't done so for the Warzone update, definitely want to head into the Battle.net or Steam or Xbox or whatever, wherever you have it, and get that download so that you can come in and play the game. Let's see. We are definitely excited. By the way, sorry, my chat just dropped. So if anybody just recently chatted, please chat again. Go ahead and send that chat again. We didn't receive it. I'm sorry. Let's see. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get right into our main topics. You have Triple G here tonight. Pickles couldn't make it again. I know it's not the normal day that we do our podcast, but unfortunately he's not here today. So, without further ado, let's head right into the meat of the day. So, we're going to talk a little bit about the Warzone map. We're gonna show you guys some clips. We'll answer any questions that you guys might have. We're also gonna open it up that if you guys want to start sending us clips, you can definitely do that through the Lost Shadows Discord. You can send in a clip and we'll definitely show it up here and represent you up on our clips. And so Warzone again, like I said, has been great. The map has been fantastic. The last map that we had was Rebirth, which people were a little upset about because, you know, we want a little bit of flavor. Brought the OGs back, you know, people were pretty excited. We got ranked Rebirth, which, I mean, that's fantastic all on its own, right? However, people wanted something different. Now, Area 99 is definitely something different. It's something we haven't encountered yet. And we're ecstatic. People are getting back into the game, playing it. Definitely grabbing their loadouts and hitting that war zone, right? Haven't run into any cheaters yet. That's a good thing. You know, maybe Ricochet anti-cheat is working this year. You know, just hopefully, right? Getting into my first match, I didn't notice a whole lot. However, there's one thing that you need to double check as well when you get into your first match. I noticed that the FOV slider reverted back to 90 instead of staying at 120, right? So if that's something that you definitely like to have, then first thing you need to do when you get into your first match is definitely push that FOV slider back to where you had it, because it does reset for Warzone, right? Let's see, if you have auto tac sprint, I noticed that I got to go in there and find the setting, but there's a setting that doesn't allow you to reload with your auto tac sprint on. If you attempt to move, your dude will stop reloading immediately. So that's something that's another option. If I remember right, they had that for this last Warzone, for MW3 Warzone. Definitely you want to go in there and change that setting and make sure that it is going to be a-okay. Let's see. Getting into it at first was definitely a lot of chaos. I noticed there was lots of chaos trying to get in there and understand my first match. Closest I've gotten to a win is 3rd place. Hopefully here we're going to get a win. I only got to play 2 matches earlier today. I didn't have a whole lot of time. And so, you know, definitely want to take time tonight to win 1st place. So if you want to be there for that, catch the stream right after our podcast here. I don't know about you all, but, you know, getting in there, I had my first game jitters. Definitely was excited. Did not know what to expect. Again, like I was saying earlier, you have to figure out your own metas at this point, because nobody has really posted a bunch of content or information on metas. If there's anybody in the chat that knows a meta build, definitely feel free to drop that. We would love to see and hear about that. But as far as I know and as far as I understand, there haven't been a whole lot of talk and word about metas yet, because there isn't enough data out there. And nobody's posted anything about it. So definitely got to work on that, you know, get your metas. I haven't checked Z League, but there was a chance that we were going to run a Z League sometime here in the near future. I'm hoping that they don't have any updates, and I hope that Black Ops 6 Warzone has thought through the fact that they need to have a updating leaderboard. Now, I understand that we have access to our stats already, which is definitely a move ahead compared to last year, but if Z League doesn't have anything available for an online leaderboard or whatnot, then there is no way for them to have any of that stuff set up, prepared, ready for their tournaments. So, excuse me, we definitely have to make sure that they have that available. So hopefully they're already 1 or 2 steps ahead of us. These devs definitely had a lot more time to make this version of multiplayer, and so I hope that meant that they had more time to work on the Warzone aspect of this. And you know, with Microsoft in charge, it feels like they already have a really good game plan and setup for this Black Ops 6 Warzone. Hopefully they can keep making that that momentum and those changes as we strive for future iterations and updates. So we also had a really early drop time for the game, and so hopefully that means that, you know, if there are any bugs that arise, that they'll be able to get to them before they take their Christmas shutout break that, you know, Activision seems to do every single year. Is that as soon as we hit, you know, 2-3 weeks in front of Christmas, Activision just goes completely silent, ninja mode, and then we don't hear back from them until, you know, mid-January. With the launch being so early in November, I'm hoping that means that we will get to see some updates and some bug fixes, if there are any. I haven't encountered or heard about any yet, that they can actually get to those before they take their hiatus. Crossing our fingers, you know. But without further ado, these are not Warzone clips. These are multiplayer clips, and if there's anybody in here who's watching that has questions that they would like us to answer with our Perplexity bot, it's an AI bot that goes and scrapes the internet. It's fantastic. It's amazing. You should definitely get your hands on it. It's Boodlebox. And if you are looking for answers, their Perplexity bot scrapes the internet for answers for you, so that you don't have to go and scrape the internet. It can go and find you relevant data and facts. It can also go and find you hearsaying what other people are saying. It's quite an amazing bot, and I'd love to introduce you guys to it. But before we do that, we're going to watch a couple clips, just because we always want to get better at Warzone and or multiplayer, and this is one way that we can do that. So without further ado, this one's BO6 Stealth Flank equals Frenzy Feast.
Hardpoint located. Hostiles attack. Hardpoint locked down. Hostiles have the hardpoint. Hardpoint located.
You know, there's not a whole lot about this clip to talk about except for the beginning, because there's one thing that is extremely dangerous when you're playing Call of Duty, and that is if you can flank the enemy team, you have the advantage, right? And so moving around the map, positioning yourself, and making a proper setup is definitely key, and I do that right here, right? I push the zone, right, which is what you want to do. You want to find a good angle to push that zone. I push that zone, right? I come in, I immediately slide underneath his fire, right, to break his aim assist, and I make my push and play. He doesn't expect me to make the strafes that I made, and I completely blow over him, right?
Lockdown.
Okay, I stem because I need that heal. The next dude, he's facing me, but he's not expecting me to be there because this is where they're spawning, right? So instead of just sitting on the hard point, sometimes it's good to clear in front of the hard point, because the person, your team, should be behind you and pushing that hard point as well, right? That way you can clear out behind the hard point and push and take the enemy off guard, which is what I'm doing here, right? Okay. See, these guys are spawning here and they think they're safe. This guy is clearly hard scoping and doesn't realize that he's got an enemy behind him. Okay, that guy doesn't think he's got an enemy behind him either, right? Which is why it's good to clear on the other side of the hard point sometimes, so that you can definitely give your team the ability to capture.
Hostiles have the
Right, see that guy that was behind me. Now there's a new one that we have to go and push. And
Hard
I
point.
obviously, down here. Fantastic clip. Okay, on to the next one. This one in itself, quite amazing. But I'll let you guys watch it and then we can talk.
Our HVT has been eliminated. We took out their HVT. Protect our HVT. Net call. Sleeper agent detected. Enemy HVT
Dang,
in
bro.
sight. Take them out. Enemy helpful launch detected. HVT is taking fire. Keep the package.
I broke your camera so bad.
Yeah. Okay. So clearly, I'm already. This is a bot lobby, by the way. If nobody, I'm not afraid to say that it's a bot lobby. I got a chopper gunner, which in itself is pretty good. Okay, get that. Get the kill here right before I come back.
Our HVT has been eliminated.
So I just push in there. I don't check my angles or corners because I expect my team to be pushing over in that area and drawing attention.
Their HVT.
Okay, see my teammate, he ran past me in those shots. I didn't hear him die. So I pushed back out there and I pushed over this way because I thought maybe it was clear. He's dead,
Protect
so
our
I kinda
HVT.
backtracked. I don't know if we saw that, but in a situation where somebody pops around the corner, you got to have an escape plan. And my escape plan is to jump over this ledge over here.
Protect our HVT.
So I jumped that ledge. He pushes, and so if they're a good player, they're not going to come around this corner like this. They're not going to come charging around the corner, right? He's going to get up close to the corner, and then he might jump this way and land over here, right? But he's not going to come charging around this corner like he did, like that, right? When you're coming around a corner, right? So let's say I wanted to jump around this corner from this angle, and he's not there, okay? If I run at the corner and then turn and jump, right? That's going to allow me to get a wide view as I'm jumping for any enemies that are around the corner. If you come charging and running around the corner, you have your sprint to fire time. And then if you ADS on top of that, you're, right? So you're adding all of this time in between your shots, right? Take him off guard because he came sprinting around the corner and he's an easy target at that point.
Net call.
His teammate knows that I'm over here, but for some reason, I don't know what he was doing either, right? Again, like I said, bot lobby. Okay? This guy should know that I am here.
Net
Okay, I take him off guard.
call. Sleep.
I'm pretty sure he wasn't expecting me, so he's trying to jump so that he can like get a better view of everything so he can look around.
Agent.
Okay? I completely go under his camera. He doesn't know where I'm at because I'm underneath his camera moving around. And that
Enemy HVT.
Dang,
in
bro.
sight. Take them out.
And then this should not have happened. This is the HVT, and he literally just got done seeing his teammate get killed on his minimap or his in his view, his skull. He should have stopped me here. He should have stopped me. Instead, he came charging up the stairs again, charging. He could have thrown a grenade or his tactical or whatever else he had available to him, but instead he comes running up the stairs, which means that his sprint to fire time is really terrible because I beat him. He has 3 plates. He has 3 plates and full health, which means he's got twice as much health as me. There's no reason that he should lose this fight. I break his armor, down him.
Launch detected. HVT is taking fire. Keep the package.
What are people saying? Nice bot lobby. Yeah, see, I don't mind. I get a lobby like that 1 out of 1,000 matches, unless I'm 2-boxing. But
Broke your camera so bad.
right there, super quick, super easy, not much to it. All right, let's go ahead and head over to our perplexity bot. I had it earlier. Look up the 5 things that people are talking about in the new Warzone. So let's go ahead and look at that, and then maybe I'll come up with a question for us to ask the perplexity bot. Okay. Give me the top 5 things people are saying about the Warzone update that happened today. Here are the top 5 things people are saying about the Warzone update that happened today. Omni movement is a great game changer. The new Omni movement system borrowed from Black Ops 6 is generating a lot of buzz. Players are excited about the increased fluidity and dynamism it brings to combat, but also concerned about the potential for a significant skill gap. I don't know if you guys have been here for the last couple years, but the last couple iterations of Warzone and multiplayer have not had much of a skill gap. Omni movement will hopefully bring new light on skill gaps that we can definitely use to exploit people that don't play the game very often. Sorry, that's just the way it is. And will allow us to make and create fantastic videos of great plays of finessing people. I mean, that's the long and short of it. We're excited because there's content potential with this new Omni movement. It's amazing, isn't it? Weapon and attachment changes are controversial. The adjustments to magazine capacity, attachments, and equipment have sparked debate. Some players appreciate the changes, while others feel they are too drastic or don't go far enough. Now, yeah, I can agree with people. Some of the magazine sizes and everything, it does feel a little wonky. I'll give them that. And then there might not be enough. However, at the same time, we should be excited that we have a pretty clear and easy format for weapons and attachments to understand. The last couple iterations, everything got so like incredibly cramped and clunky, and going through easily like 50 to 100 different attachments for your suppressors or your barrel modification. It's just, that's insane. We don't need that many, right? Your scopes, you couldn't find the scope that you wanted because it was buried in 100 different scopes, right? And then you only get to pick 5 favorites. It's like, guys, if there's only 5 favorites out there, then we should be getting rid of the rest. There's no reason those should be there, right? So I don't know, a little bit of excitement for that, but also, hey, maybe they needed to take their extended mags just a little farther, right? Area 99 is a welcome addition. The new Resurgence map, Area 99, is receiving positive feedback. Players are enjoying the new setting and the fast-paced action it offers. And man, I can tell you, it is fast-paced action. And the iteration of Omni movement in Area 99, they made a fantastic map. It's definitely got enough of everything that you want to get you the fast-paced excitement that we've been looking for in a good Resurgence map. Black Ops 6 weapons are a hit. The integration of Black Ops 6 weapons in Warzone has been met with enthusiasm. Players are excited to try out the new weapons and see how they perform in the Battle Royale setting. I haven't done Battle Royale yet, but maybe we'll do one of those tonight. The new Omni movement will hopefully give us the ability to make Battle Royale great again. No skill gap in any way to basically dodge or avoid people has been a cluster. But with Omni movement being introduced back into the Battle Royale, we're hoping that this change is a change of good, right? Okay. The update is mixed bag. Overall, the Warzone update is being met with a mix of excitement and apprehension. Some players are thrilled with the new features and changes, while others are concerned about the potential for an imbalance and disruption to the existing meta. Yeah, so the balance and the existing meta, you know what, like, be glad that the Warzone 2, MW2, and MW3 eras, definitely those metas were so easy. Back with the 2019 MW, bro, it felt like they were changing the meta like once every other week, right? So to come in here and be like, well, blah, 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 they're unbalancing the meta, and it's like, okay, guys, you do realize that we had almost every other week a new meta that we had to figure out and, lock away in our brain and put in our loadouts. the fact that they're making a new set of metas, that's nothing to worry about. We should not be worrying about that. What we should be worrying about is whether or not they're going to be around here to fix any bugs that arise and to make sure that the servers are running at peak optimal settings so that we can, have a great experience over the Christmas break when we're going to have lots of people playing this game. Those are the types of things that we should be worrying about, not, oh my gosh, it's a new meta and we have to figure it out. And it's like, okay, guys, calm down. We'll figure out the meta. Don't worry about that. Just give us a week or two. We'll have the metas. We'll get into the flow of things as they make updates and give us the list of what they're, nerfing and what they're buffing and all of that stuff. It's all going to work out. We don't have anything to worry about, right? And so with that, I'm not worried about it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, right? Like, let's move on with our lives. I think we're kind of running out of time here. I don't think that we necessarily need to go for another question. So unless there's a question that pops up in the chat, next week we are definitely going to talk about multiplayer ranked, which is going to be awesome and fantastic that they are bringing it in as early as they are. This is some of the earliest multiplayer ranked that we are going to receive with these updates. Never before have we seen this. They have planned this so well, so much adequate in the way that they're bringing this, right? And so let's be excited for next week's multiplayer ranked. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about where ranked is going, where it's been. And so you definitely don't want to miss out on that. We went over a little bit of news today. We introduced our hosts, just Triple G tonight. Hopefully Pickles will be here next week. We talked a little bit about the Warzone map, how excited we are, our enthusiasm over it, how it works into this new Omni movement system. Of course, Omni movement is just the biggest thing this year that has come to, multiplayer and Warzone. And so we answered a couple questions if there were any. We showed you guys a few clips, and that is everything we've got for tonight. So without further ado, I hope to see you all out on the battlefield. We'll definitely